What's up on YouTube? Welcome to this new tutorial by CoreRoot. We're going to go into a next step linked to the Ghost Nation exploit. If you don't know what that is, I will have a video of mine in the description explaining it, but you'll be able to understand most of it here. Now it's the third time I tried this, so I keep messing it up and having to restart. Let's hope we don't. So we go to 1820 by using the date here instead of the buttons. Don't use the buttons, otherwise it will delete your custom nation. Once you're 1820, you're going to go into custom nation and create one. We're going to use Russia. Don't use France. There's a bug with the land that you don't get all the land. France then is too strong to beat, to free yourself from. You can do it if you want, but not the point of the thing here. Here you want to put your capital not in Moscow because you're not going to get it because your liege will keep it. So if you put it on Moscow, then the game will give you something random. So you might want to control it and be sure that you are in Novgorod. So don't go into Vladimir, that is not in Novgorod. Then we take everything, even Moscow. You're not gonna start with it, but you're gonna have a core on it, so you don't have to core it and no rebels, less aggressive expansion, etc. You have plenty of points anyways, because we're not going to take everything. One of the problem with Russia is the custom nation of Russia, as explained in the other video, the main issue of this, the main obstacle of this, the downside, if you may, is the rebellious nature of your people once you form a custom nation. Because unlike a normal custom nation where the religion flips to yours in the land you take, it's not the case here. The land will revert to the religion, the original religion, in 1444 when you change the date, which leads to nations like Russia to be covered in Catholics and Sunnis. It can be a bit tricky. I'll give you a few tips to deal with that, but the main one is basically take your traditions to be able to convert and then take religious ideas first. It's going to take you about 10-15 years to stabilize. Also, when you have the rebels, don't try to fight all of them. You're not going to be able to since you don't start with an army, but you can increase autonomy with minimal cost because most of your land is crap anyways. So we took the land. Now we're going to go here to save some points. It was 830. Am I missing something? That's because of this one. Alright. See here, as the normal custom nation, Ghost Nation exploit, we're going to reduce this to 0, well 20, because you can go lower here. All stats to 0. The one thing you're going to do different is the hair needs to be 15 years old. The trait doesn't matter, you're going to change it after, but it needs to be 15 years old here, because in the second step you cannot change the age of your hair. So we're going to do this here, and here we can reduce that. It's pointless to take anything else. You will start as a duchy because you will be a subject, and your subject is always one step under their liege, and your liege will be a kingdom, so you become a duchy. The game wants to start as Ryazani because of the province I've took, but Muscovite will be much larger, so we're going to flip ourselves to Muscovite. It doesn't matter, and ideas don't matter. Now, one step you need to do here to get the Immortal hair is, before clicking done, you need to save this as a template. So let's call it tutorial. Then you click done, and then you go back to 1444 as usual. Then here we are, the normal stuff as in the Ghost Nation. Then we're going to click modify. You can change the flag as you wish, and the map color. The map color you'll need to remember because you're not here, so good luck finding the color you want. And you can change this as you wish. The name doesn't matter, you'll be nameless, but the adjective for some reason matters when you have regions, like regional, like land that is disconnected, like islands. So name it whatever you want, or your regions to be named. This, as I said, you cannot change. Well, I paid for one here, doesn't matter. Usually you want 00. This doesn't matter, this guy won't exist. This guy will exist though. So what you do here is then you load the template you just saved. All the tutorial, load, and now boom, this guy is 15 years old. We're going to reduce this as much as we can. Again, this guy and this chick, I suppose, don't exist. This guy will exist, so what you can do here, go to the end and take Immortal trait. As I said, you can change his age, his name, or his age, or whatever. But by using the template, then it forces the rulers and hairs that you've saved in the template on top of everything else. Again, this and this doesn't matter, but this matters, and that's why you've put him at 15 years old, because that's the age at which you get a trait, which you can change. This you cannot change here, and then you take whatever ideas you want. What I would suggest for Russia here is to take +2 missionaries. You do whatever you want, but this is basically the tool I used to stabilize here. And then with the estates, with the clergy, you'll take a missionary, and then everything will take about 15 to 20 months to convert, and you'll have 3 missionaries to do it. Then you take whatever you want, it doesn't matter, just to show you that this is the only purpose of what I'm doing here. You take whatever ideas you want. The point here, because of the Immortal trait, you're way over 800, right? Doesn't matter. Because you're not going to save it. It's important. You cannot save it anyways. It's going to tell you, yo, dude, you're way over 800. Now all you do is delete it. Now Russia is back on the map, as with the exploit. And then you go into Russia, and you play it in Ironman. I'm not going to overwrite this. That's my actual game where I'm actually playing this. So here, now, as I've shown in the other video, you cannot play Russia here because, well, Russia doesn't have any core on any land, even the land they start with. So good luck surviving this. You start with 1300 overextension, but you can release the custom nation you just made, which we're going to do. Well, there's a step I didn't do, but basically you'll want to, before flipping to your custom nation, you'll want to remove all the armies and fleets and forts of your liege, because you're going to fight him, and the AI will keep as many troops as he can afford. So yeah, you don't want that. Otherwise, good luck fighting them, because you start with 10,000 manpower, no monarch points, no troops. And from here, you can create your states. The point here is that now, okay, I've made a mistake in making the hair, but it doesn't matter. Instead of making him 000, give him points. You make him 000 in the first step, then you save the template. When you load the template, you can give him the trait as I just did, but you can also give him stats. So make him 666. Obviously, you don't want an Immortal 000. And then you'll just need to wait about 20 years, or like make him a general or whatever, but this guy, you'll want him to go away. Pretty lucky here, but anyway, 20 years to be able to abdicate, or make him as a general and then he dies. This guy's 15 years old, is already ready to rule. And once you have your 666 Immortal on the throne, the other traits will be random. So in my run, he got greedy as the third trait, which sucks, but yeah. And now because you have 2 missionaries in this, and then you can take the... I just want to show... You'll want to state proper stuff, but right now it's just for the purpose of showing off something. Bring him to 40. And then get the Inquisitor, hire the Inquisitor. A tip here, you don't want to generate your advisors here until you have taken all your states and then let them untick. Because the level of your advisors here is based on your current income. Your income is nothing here because you don't have any states. So make up your 10 states, the best states using state and territory here. Don't have to pay for them because you start with cores on everything. So Moscow, etc, etc. And then let them untick. Once the month has ticked, then you hire them. They're going to be +3s instead of +2s. But the point was to show you that basically everything's pretty, well, these not, but also you're gaining patriarch authority over time. So here we are. A bit mistake I've done, but basically it's the same. You can give them the points. I know this, so you can do it. In the second step, again, in the first step you make him 0, 0, 0. You don't want to pay for those points in the first step because you need it for the land. You don't give him Immortal, give him Craven to save as many points as you can. The one step that is important is save this as a template, and then when you go back to 1444 and modify the second time, then you load the template and he's going to be here with 0, 0, 0 Craven, but you can change the stats and you can change the trait to Immortal and 666. Another thing I want to show here, for some reason, the state of the empire is saved according to whatever it was in 1820. In 1820, the empire had a piece of Westphalia. Oh, look at that, you're Orthodox and you can become emperor. Right now you can't because you are a subject, but once you're independent, work your way to the emperor. And the best thing about this is, hey, wait, you are immortal. So yeah, you won't die. So you don't need the votes. You don't give a crap about the votes because you're immortal. You won't die. One thing about the immortal trait, you do not want to make your ruler a general. Well, the immortal guy is general because while he will not die out of age and the events that kills him won't happen, he can die by violence in combat. See, here we are. Enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.